If your dog jumps on guests, you need a way to hit the brakes. Teaching down provides a calm, stationary position, building impulse control. By the end of this training, your dog will drop to the floor on a single verbal or physical cue without needing to see a treat first, and hold that position until they are released. To maintain your puppy's focus, use high-value aromatic treats like small pieces of chicken or cheese rather than standard dry kibble. Environment matters as much as the reward. Puppies often refuse to put their bellies on cold tile or wet grass, so choose a comfortable spot, like a plush rug or dog bed for your first sessions. Controlling the environment and using premium rewards removes the natural resistance a puppy feels when learning a new posture. Step 1 is the physical lure. Start with your puppy in a sit. Hold a treat directly against their nose so they can smell and lick it, but keep your fingers closed. Move your hand in an L motion. Bring the treat straight down to the floor between their front paws, then drag it slowly outward along the floor. The puppy's nose will follow the food, drawing their body into a crouch. Watch the front legs. The moment their elbows touch the floor, say yes and release the treat. If your dog's back end keeps popping up, sit on the floor with your knees raised to form a tent. Lure the puppy underneath your legs. They will have to lie down to follow the treat, which builds the necessary muscle memory. This luring stage allows the dog to understand the required physical movement before we introduce verbal commands. Once the dog is reliably following the lure, name the behavior. Say the word down in a calm voice right before you begin the hand movement. Pair the word with a standard hand signal, a flat palm facing the floor, moving downward as you give the cue. Make sure you say the command exactly once. Repeating the word multiple times teaches the dog that they can ignore the first request and wait for the second or third. Step 3 of this process is fading the physical lure. Ask for a sit, give the down command, and make the hand signal toward the floor, but keep your hand completely empty. When the dog's elbows hit the floor, mark the behavior with yes, then retrieve a treat from your pocket to reward them. This teaches the dog to work for the reward rather than just following it. If the dog hesitates, use the fake-out method. Perform 3 rapid lured repetitions with food, followed immediately by a 4th repetition with a completely empty hand. Successfully responding to an empty hand completes the transition from luring to cueing. The action is now linked to your gesture, even when the food remains out of sight. A dog doesn't naturally know how long to stay down. To make the command useful, you must establish a clear boundary for when the exercise is over. To build duration, ask for a down and feed the dog small treats every few seconds as long as they remain on the floor. Step backward and give an enthusiastic release cue like okay or free to signal that they can get up. This ensures the dog waits for your permission rather than deciding when to leave. As the dog becomes more consistent, gradually shrink the hand signal. Stop bending to the floor and reduce the motion until a simple downward point is enough to trigger the behavior. Once the foundation is solid, move your training outdoors. Proofing the command in a yard or park tests the dog's ability to focus on you despite environmental distractions. In this proved state, the dog remains lying down with their attention on the handler. They are ignoring the environment and waiting for the release cue. You can reinforce this further using life rewards. Ask for a down before you attach a leash, put down a dinner bowl, or throw a toy. Combining duration, release cues, and real-world proofing makes the down command reliable in high-energy situations. By mastering these steps, you've provided your dog with a reliable way to settle and remain calm in any environment. Keep sessions short, between 5 and 10 minutes, to accommodate a puppy's stamina, and always end on a successful repetition. Start practicing in your living room today. Test the skill in the backyard, on the sidewalk, and eventually in a public space.